Welcome back, strange ones. And welcome to another video of our quick mysteries. I'm Dak Magic.
And I'm Johnny UFO. Today we're doing the top 5 paranormal mysteries of Minnesota, so it's local.
For us.
Yep, and hopefully if it's local for you, you can look into these and check these out.
And share yours with us too.
Yeah, we're doing actually a lot of local investigations ourselves. We're going to be kind of uploading those as we go along here. So actually one of these mysteries is one of the ones that we've already looked into.
A little bit. And plan to get into more.
Yep, we've been there at least and kind of scoped it out. So let's continue on here and start with our top 5.
Number 5. Minnesota lawman Val Johnson was attacked by a UFO. Minnesota is home to one of the most famous UFO encounters of all time. On August 26, 1979, Marshall County Sheriff's Deputy Val Johnson was on a night patrol on a rural stretch of State Highway 20, just outside of Warren, MN, when a ball of light appeared on the road ahead of him. Johnson drove his patrol car towards the light to investigate further when suddenly the ball of light was inside the car with him. Wow. And it attacked him, hitting him like a 200-pound pillow. The next thing Johnson knew, he woke up in a ditch half an hour later with burns around his eyes, and both his wristwatch and dashboard clock had slowed by 14 minutes.
Wow.
His windshield and one of his headlights had been smashed, and both of his car antennae were sharply bent out of place. A police investigation reached no conclusions, but the incident became one of the most well-known and influential cases in all of modern UFO lore.
I had no idea Minnesota was
up there like that.
Well, I didn't know that they had like a number 1 UFO.
No, I had no idea. That's new to me.
Video.
It's amazing, though. It's crazy.
Yeah, and it kind of actually reminds me of the Paulding Light.
Oh, yeah.
In a way, because there are people out there. We'll get into that in our investigations, but basically there's been similar stories kind of that people were mentioning similar to this guy's experience, so just wanted to throw that out there. All right, number 4 on our list, a cannibalistic spirit haunts the wilderness. One of the oldest monsters in Minnesota is the Wendigo, a cannibalistic spirit from Native American folklore. Legend holds that humans who resort to cannibalism, either out of desperation or dark rituals, will be transformed into a 15-foot-tall monster covered in hair with glowing eyes, long fangs, and a snake-like tongue. These lanky creatures terrorized ancient Native American communities in Minnesota, and even some early white settlers claim to have encountered the hungry spirits. As recently as the early 20th century, local Native Americans believed in and hunted for the Wendigo. One of the most famous Wendigo hunters was Jack Fiddler, who claimed to have killed 14 of the beasts in 1907. His last victim was a Cree woman. With murder landed Jack and his son on trial for her killing. Their defense was that she was about to transform into a Wendigo and had to be killed to stop her from killing and eating others. So that one's a little bit out there, but
that's crazy.
But still, that's crazy. I mean, if he claims, and I don't know, that's just
it's a mystery.
It's a mystery. It kind of makes you think about Bigfoot and stuff too. A 15-foot tall monster that runs around in the woods. So I don't know. It's strange. So.
And number 3 is actually pretty personal to us because we've been out there a couple of times now.
Yep.
We have some footage of us driving around the actual island of where this happens.
Yep, Great Cloud Island.
Yep, and we are actually going to go out there and do a full-on investigation soon here. It'll be one of our next videos upcoming.
But so far it's been pretty strange. I mean, just from what we've dealt with out there, the little couple of times that, that we've been out there, so.
Yeah, and we'll have some videos playing over us right now about our actual footage that we took there. Mm-hmm. So, I guess without further ado, number 3, a phantom pickup truck guards ancient native burial grounds. Great Cloud Island, just outside of Cottage Grove, MN, hosts the largest number of Native American burial mounds in the United States. Named after a Sioux woman who became prominent in the local fur trade, the island hosts all manner of spooky manifestations, including ghostly coyotes and the spirit of Grey Cloud herself. But perhaps the strangest haunting on the island is a ghostly white pickup truck reported to appear and chase strangers off the island, which is considered sacred ground by Native Americans. Some witnesses claim the truck is driverless, while others say it has an equally spooky driver.
Yeah, I mean that sounds about right. We did a little bit more investigating into this one too, and there was like just tons and tons of different, basically stories from a guy with like a flannel, jacket with a rifle, that people have seen on the island, that transparent appears in the back of like this lady's car. There's been like ghost women running around out there, from like a lady in like an olden days like 1800s dress to like another one similar to that with like crying with a baby that died. And
there's green lights, green lanterns.
And that's kind of coincides with the Native American tribe that was out there in the burial grounds, and that one's seen close to like the cemetery. A lot of weird stuff happens around the cemetery as far as lights and stuff go. So this one we could talk about forever, and we'll get to that as an actual investigation. So just look forward to that one in our future videos. Number 2 on the list is a demonic presence haunts the basement of Minneapolis's Soap Factory Art Gallery. Alright, soap factories are horrible places even today because they involve the slaughter of thousands of animals whose body fats are rendered to make soap. One can only imagine what sorts of cruel, vindictive spirits such places might have attracted in the past, when conditions for both the animals and the workers were much worse. The Soap Factory Art Gallery in Minneapolis stands as a perfect example of this, named for its location in an old soap factory that also made artificial limbs for wounded Civil War veterans. The building's basement is famously haunted by a malevolent entity skilled paranormal researchers have described as demonic. But this deters the gallery owners not one bit at all. Instead, they've cashed in on the basement's reputation by hosting an annual haunted house event on the site, so it's intense you have to sign a waiver to gain entrance. Who knows how much of what goes on there is staged and how much is genuinely haunting? What better place to hide a real demon than among a bunch of fake ones? And actually, I've known people that have gone to the Soap Factory haunted house, and they say it's actually like it. Well, they say it's insane. Yeah. I heard stories of where they have like this one room where everybody's on a rope, and they were in a pitch black room, and they cut the rope, and everybody's just like lost, and they don't let you out, and you have to like find your way out, and they don't know how they're. I mean, people are in there for like forever trying to find their way out of there, and it's that's why you have to sign waivers. They can actually like touch you and throw you around, beat you, and not like beat you, but like it gets pretty physical.
Yeah,
I mean,
crazy.
it's not like any other haunted house that they have. So
and actually they throughout the year they actually have like field trips there for school kids. And my kids just went last year and went to there. And they said that they give you the history about it. So if you guys want to really check it out, actually, and you're in Minnesota, you can actually really go check it out. Mm-hmm. And it's a really cool place.
Yep. So.
All right. And number 1 on our list is Minnesota has a lake monster with a reward on its head. Loch Ness isn't the only lake with a resident monster. Many lakes in North America also host monster legends. And Lake Pepin on the border of Minnesota and Wisconsin is no exception. Sightings of this monster, nicknamed Peppy, date back to the mound builder times, but what makes this one unique is the price on its head. businessman Larry Nielsen offered a $50,000 reward to anyone who could produce conclusive proof of Pepe's existence. Though he did it largely as a publicity stunt to attract tourism to his hometown, the reward is still up for grabs. That's cool.
Yeah, and on this one, I kind of just wanted to expand because it's kind of crazy. I mean, I believe that there's things lurking in the water that we don't know about. Definitely. That's unexplained. I mean, for instance, the ocean is like, I don't know, something like
just
80 or 90% unexplored, I think, or somewhere around that.
Unexplored.
And for instance, I mean, me and Dak here, we were out on a paddle boat.
Probably about like 5 or 6 years ago.
Yeah, quite a while ago, and we saw this like snapping turtle. At least that's what we think it was, because I mean, that's what it looked like, and it was huge. I mean, it was the size of
about like those turtle sandboxes for kids. It was about that size, maybe bigger.
It was insane. I mean, that's like.
It was just huge. Its
like
head
a
was
small, like prehistoric dinosaur size. I mean, it's unreal. So
it was massive.
And to this day, we're still like kind of baffled by the whole situation.
Right, and that was actually in a lake in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Yep.
So there's stuff out there that's just unexplained. And, yeah. So,
looking everywhere.
So I hope you liked our paranormal series here, the top 5 Minnesota paranormal stories. Thanks for watching,
and stay strange.
All right, make sure to tell us what you think about these paranormal investigations in the comments.